Well, for a few months now, Dr. Mehmet Oz has been on a crusade to get Americans to know their five. The five numbers he says can save your life: your cholesterol, blood sugar, blood pressure, weight, and waist size. And today, Dr. Oz is in Chicago giving away free screenings to more than 1,200 people. And that's where he joins us live from this morning. Dr. Oz, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Bianna. How are you, Dan?
We're good. You've been doing these screenings across the country, but we understand there's a significance as why you're in Chicago today.
Well, Chicago is the middle of the country geographically. It also happens to be the middle of the country with regard to its health. And frankly, that's just not good enough. We've got 75 million Americans who are hypertensive. Another 75 million are estimated to be diabetic or pre-diabetic. 2/3 of us are overweight or obese. These are huge problems. So the Know Your Five campaign, which is what we're out here launching, is all about getting America to understand what five numbers, and there are only five of them really, that drive most of their wellness. It's their waist size, their weight, as you mentioned, their cholesterol numbers, the blood sugar, and the blood pressure. So I just checked the blood pressure here, and Richie works with me, and I'm going to share with you some of these numbers. I've got two wonderful volunteers to help with this. But what it's really about in Chicago, and we're doing it all over the country, is to get folks to understand if you know your numbers, then you can control your health destiny.
So you said your friend there is named Rich. What kind of results are you getting back?
So, Richie, if you don't mind, I'm going to share this with you.
Great talk. I'm looking forward to this.
Richie works with me. Richie's blood pressure is 160 over 110.
So is that...
And I've not told you that before, but that number is way over what is tolerable. It's 140 over 90 is the border of hypertension. Optimal blood pressure, Richie, is 115 over 75. And for everyone listening, the difference between being optimal and hypertensive is a 10-year life expectancy. It's a big number, Dan.
Although in Richie's defense, it's a little nerve-wracking to have your blood pressure taken on live television, so maybe it's artificially boosted.
Well, and are these five...
I'm sorry, Dan, I took Richie's blood pressure 5 times.
Oh, no.
That was the best number.
Okay,
no
fair enough.
But Dr. Oz, are these five numbers things that patients and people can work with their doctors on improving?
They are, Richie, if you don't mind holding that. They are absolutely about talking to your physician about numbers and dealing with them. I mean, Susan, by the way, works with Lifeline Screening, who's been our partner. We've already screened 10,000 people with this program, and we come into your community. And if you can't be here in Chicago, which I know most of America can't be, please at least go to droz.com and sign up, because we'll come to you. But I checked Susan as well, and Susan actually has a little bit of a waist, but thankfully she doesn't have a lot of risk factors besides that. So the good news for Susan, unlike my good friend Richie, is that although she's got a little bit of weight on board, which I'd like you to lose, I think it's better for you, you don't have any big side effects from that. Which means that when you go to your doctor, you're in a much better place. And Bianca, a lot of Americans who come and take advantage of this Know Five program that we're doing all over the country are underserved. And because of that, they actually have a much higher incidence of these problems. They're not getting the number. If you live in this country and you're over the age of 20, you've got to know your five numbers. And after that, we're going to have this huge festival, and we're going to take you through what the organs look like if they're not doing it right, and we're going to give you action steps, 500-calorie meals, tips about having fiber for breakfast, never eating within 3 hours of bedtime, action steps you can do even before you see your doctor.
Dr. Oz, thank you. And Susan, I just want to say that your waist looks fine to me from here.
You look beautiful.
I still want to work on it.